Hello and welcome to the Pub Footy Podcast. Today is February 24, 2025. I am your host, Diego Cerrone. And with me, we have the two boys, Coach John Martinez, Carlos Castro. What's up, guys?
What's up, brothers? What's up? It's a pleasure as always.
It's always good to see you guys, even though we had a pretty
Yeah,
rowdy Saturday.
rowdy Saturday, but still, we didn't just see each other and hang out with each other. So
Yeah.
it's almost like we have to recap.
You want to recap Saturday? Yeah, we'll recap Saturdays.
You might have to recap it for me because it might be a little blurry for me. Some of
It's
the
blurry for
Saturday,
you?
a little bit,
I could see
a little
why.
bit.
Yeah, from that Aleve bit, we all know why. Premier League action, we'll talk about that. MLS is back. And Champions League Wednesday fixtures, we'll talk about Wednesday's fixtures and the draw, which has some spicy matchups. But let's talk about Saturday and let's recap it for Carlos. Saturday morning, we went to a bar in Hoboken, Mulligan's, which is always great for the Premier League mornings. We went there for the 10 o'clock fixtures where we saw Johnny's mighty Arsenal.
Massive loss.
Take the massive L. A couple of Guinnesses were drank, and I actually went home. I did a wholesome visit to my parents' house to watch the Barca game, and then we went to Varitage Brewery in Bloomfield, New Jersey, where we saw the Red Bulls FC Cincinnati season opener with the Torcida 96 supporters group, which is a group for the New York Red Bulls. Varitage Brewery is now their local spot to watch away games, and I'm actually drinking their beer, Torcida 96. A lot of those beers were consumed on Saturday, and it was a great time. Shout out to Mark, the owner, Neil, and the whole team at Varitage Brewery. Great staff, very welcoming. It's a great atmosphere to watch any footy match, and it was a fun time. We'll post some videos of our time there.
When I walked in though, because I met you guys there. You guys were there before me. I was surprised that the drums were playing. People were rowdy.
It was buzzing.
I was not expecting. No, it was buzzing. I was surprised by it. It's like the type of atmosphere like you want to find around here, and go watch a game at, because there's really no places like that. So I was surprised. I thought it was great.
For those who don't know, it's in Essex County and Bloomfield. So like Carlos said before, we don't have many places like that in regards to a football environment and a football atmosphere like that. And it was nice because, one, it's the Red Bull, and I know people think probably MLS, it's kind of whack, but no, these women and men were there, and they were buzzing. They were really excited. Yeah, they're really excited for the first opener of the year. And like Diego said, fantastic time. The brews were going, the bevies were going down easy.
Proper rowdy. The beers were definitely flowing super easy.
What type of beer is it, by the way?
It is I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, a Kolsch style ale.
Okay.
It tasted like a Pilsner to me. But yeah, it was great. It was a great time, run by locals. So Mark, the owner, is a Nutley native, coaches now at Belleville High School, which is my hometown. So it's always great to support and see locals striving and giving back to the community. He definitely wants to give back to the soccer community, and I think he's doing an awesome job. Cool. So let's do a Premier League recap. Carlos, run us through the scores of the weekend, and then I think Johnny might need a moment to just talk about his mighty Arsenal.
I mean, don't forget what we said last week about our teams losing.
Yes,
I'm hoping you have a shot of tequila with you.
It seems like Johnny forgot, but
we'll talk about that a little later.
All right, we'll start off match day 26 of 38 in the Prem. Brentford destroys Leicester 4-0 on Friday. Pretty big tie in the mid-table derby between Everton and Man United, 2-2. Wolves beat 10 men Bournemouth 1-0. Tottenham beat Ipswich 4-1. Brighton destroys Southampton 4-0. And the game we're going to talk about in a bit, West Ham with an upset against 10 men Arsenal 1-0. Crystal Palace beats Fulham 2-0. Aston Villa beats Chelsea 2-1. Newcastle in a 7-goal thriller beats Nottingham Forest 4-3. And then the snooze fest from Sunday, Liverpool, Man City 2-0.
Before we go into the big takeaways of the week. Please go check out our instant reaction video to Liverpool Man City. It's a great, I think, 13-minute recap just talking about the match yesterday. We saw the second half together, and yeah, it was quite the boring second half. Liverpool handedly took care of business at the Etihad, and are now 11 points clear at the top. And yeah, go check it out.
Yep.
John?
Well, if we're gonna talk about it, if we're gonna,
Where did they even get started?
if
I'm
we're
going to
gonna
time
deep,
you, Johnny.
if we're gonna deep dive, no, it's simple. I think at the end of the day, I'm not gonna make excuses. I mean, there's clearly loads of injuries, especially in the final third. But at the end of the day, these are professionals. These are guys that lace the boots up, that need to be ready to play a home game with 12, 13 games to go with a title goal, with a title on the line, especially with Liverpool dropping points, and big players don't deliver. You know, Martin Odegaard had a stinker in my opinion. For some reason,
Consistent stinkers, by the way.
I unfortunate to say, it breaks my heart because it looks like when he's supposed to be stepping up, when guys are hurt, he's kind of shying away from the occasion. Declan Rice probably has one stinker a year, and it's at home versus West Ham. It's so weird. This guy puts up like 8 out of 10 performance ratings in terms of like performances week in and week out, and he like carries the team. He works hard, and he does his thing. But then when he plays West Ham at home, I just
Double agent Declan
crumbles, because then when
West Ham's in his blood. That's why.
But then he goes to West Ham and he fucking gives him a thing or two, which is weird. It doesn't make sense. And like, the fans are heckling him. The fans don't care anymore. I don't think the fans hold that special tie that I think he holds with them, because they're just like giving him shit all game. They're heckling him when he takes corners. It's over. That little, you got us the Conference League and whatever. You left and finito. You're done.
Yeah, that's Cinderella feeling.
Yeah, like Declan,
Done.
sort it out.
Moved
You're
on.
at a club that's competing for a championship, and you need to play like that when you play against them. I'm sorry. If anything, you should be playing a little extra harder, because they're your ex-team, your ex-teammates, and whatnot. So I think that, for me, the Arsenal game was just about that. You just don't show up when you need to show up. Like, big-time players need to show up during these moments, especially when you're missing guys like Saka, you're missing guys like Kai, you're missing influential players like Martinelli. I know you shit-talk him, but he is influential due to his like work rate and the things he can do. So for me, it was disappointing. I don't think I was angry. I was just like gut-wrenched the whole time. Like 99 minutes, and I just needed to take a shit the whole time.
It was brutal.
It was brutal. Like, literally, like, yeah, like
It sent your dad to go fold the clothes.
Dude, my dad's texting me in Spanglish.
Let me be a fucking house dad.
Dude, yeah.
That's how bad that game
Mind
was.
you, for those who don't know, my dad, like, I guess standard, typical, like, old school Latin man who, like, I don't think has ever folded clothes a day in his life. Because, like, my mom, my grandma, like, sorts it out for him. He works all day, fucking busting his ass. And folding clothes for him is, like, non-existent. My mom was away on vacation, and I was watching the game at my girlfriend's house, at Kat's house, and he was here. So he's texting me back and forth, and he's just like, yeah, fuck this. I'm going to go fucking fold some clothes. I was like,
I read that like, excuse me?
I'm like, what? But you never folded clothes a day in your life. And
let's talk about biggest takeaways of the week.
I mean, I could just quickly talk about Chelsea. It's another game where they take the lead and throttle points. Like, you can't consistently do that. I think out of their last 10 games, the majority of the games they've been up, then they either tie on them or eventually lose. And at some point, I understand Cole Palmer is down. We might have gotten fleeced with Nkunku. We're missing Lavia in the midfield. We have the worst 2 goalies in the history of soccer. But at some point, that's on Enzo Maresca. They're taking the lead, but at some point, it's on the manager. When you
I'm
see momentum
surprised
switch in the
he has a
game,
job, to be honest.
it's because it's new management. If it was Roman, he would have been gone 3 months ago.
Probably.
But it's on the manager at some point. Change something tactically. I don't know what it is that he has to fix tactically, but something needs to be done when you see momentum shifting. And it's obvious. Every Chelsea fan can look at the game and be like, oh, it's coming. And it comes every time.
What about Brian, though? Brian always, either they have the best game in the world or the worst game in the
they're
world.
awful. Yeah.
It's really.
I mean, they're low in form right now. They're little in form.
So it's just inconsistency. I think the manager. I think
the manager is literally our age.
Yeah, I think he
Is he
has.
really?
which is nuts.
He's
Yeah,
young. He's a young
practically.
guy. Well, I mean, listen, he believes in what he puts out in terms of like his system and the way they want to play, but it doesn't always go the way you want it to. So I think that's what his season
But
is
that's what it
kind of.
is. The best managers, teams are gonna, put out a system against what you were putting out on a week-to-week basis. So
Right.
at some point, you need to possibly change it for that specific opponent where maybe the Brighton manager isn't doing it as often.
Correct. And I said I had this conversation with a coach, one of my friends I know. He's a big fan of Ruben Amorim, right? Big fan of him because he's set on what he believes in and his tactics, right? But I had mentioned like, okay, I understand that. Like I understand that he's set in his way and he is successful with that system with certain kind of players. But after a while, when you go somewhere new, different league, different teams that can expose that and make you pay for it. As a manager, can you adapt? Can you switch things up? Can you make things a little different? Right? And then he said Man United did have that. They had Mourinho. They had Mourinho do that, and fans and social media and all these people were like this is awful soccer.
They didn't love it. He won
Correct.
titles though.
Correct. He won the title.
Yes,
he
he
won the
did.
Europa League. So that's what I'm saying. Like, does it fall more like on the managers, or are they trying to please the fan base? They're trying to please ownership and like whatever English football is. And because at what point do you start to change things tactically and try to just get results?
Well, he needs it because first half down 2-0. They rallied back to tie 2-2, but it's still not the result that you want from a week-to-week basis that you're tying against Everton.
Yeah, and they got lucky
Who've
because
been hot, by the way.
yeah, they got lucky because that's a PK. Sorry,
100%
that's a
that was a
penalty
PK.
kick any day of the week. We've seen less given for PKs.
I didn't see it. What was the penalty?
So the mistake was VAR had told the on-field referee that Maguire was the one doing the action or like performing the foul. But in reality, it's De Ligt.
To be honest, it's both.
Correct. But I think if the ref is looking back on the field and looking at Maguire, I can see why he didn't give it. Because it is a little soft and he is.
Well, he didn't give it because he did dive and he did sell it a bit.
Yeah, they're both soft
That's
hug.
why, I mean, I think it's a penalty. And one, that just get VAR the fuck out of football, bro. I love a good dive. I literally love it. That's an art. Diving is an art, and I fucking love it, bro. You can sell someone on a dive. I love it.
But the thing
Give
is,
him
like,
the penalty every time.
he sells it a bit, but the guy fucking pulls his jersey back.
No, he literally did.
Jersey is like legit coming from.
He tucks it like.
But it reaches though, like so you gotta like you can't. Which
I
I
don't know.
understand, but like I said,
No, not a penalty to me.
If that was Chelsea or Arsenal, they're giving them a penalty.
If that was Ecuador, I'm screaming for bloody murder, but it really isn't a penalty.
I think it's a penalty. I think they got bailed out just because. I think it was the other way around. I think they gave United the penalty.
They give United the penalty.
I think so.
Probably.
I think so. You know what I'm saying? So.
I think that was a penalty as well.
I think they get bailed out. They get bailed out, whatever, but they still drop points.
Before we move forward, I owe a shot for you guys because Chelsea lost this week again.
I would owe you guys.
I got
Jesus.
Went to the host.
Wait, hold on. Can you
I look like an
describe?
alcoholic.
Can you describe how you got that shot? Because when you sent us the picture, I started cracking up.
Yeah, so right now I'm in Dallas for work. So I went down to the hotel bar. It's a little rowdy. I said, "Hey, can I get a beer and a shot of tequila to go?" He said, "Absolutely. This is ready for the pod." A little fancy.
It's hysterical.
All right. This is a massive shot, though. This is
Double.
like 3 shots, bro.
It's a double, sir.
You're taking Johnny's shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yo, 2 next time, though. Oh,
I'll make it up. I'll have do like what's this weekend looking like? We'll figure it out, but I'll make it up.
Carlos, hit us with headlines around the world.
absolutely. So one thing that's going on in the Prem is a historic low win percentage for home teams this year in the EPL. So this season, only 38.7% of PL Premier League games have been won by the home side. That's the second lowest on record, lowest being the COVID year when there was no fans. So besides the COVID year, this is the lowest amount of, or the lowest percentage of home teams winning at home. This weekend, if we're talking about this weekend, we saw 7 out of the 10 fixtures won by the away team. So I guess if you want to dive into why that might be happening, it could be that the away teams, or just this year in general, people are staying back and hitting the fast break more than I think they have in previous years. And I say that only because there's a stat that says more this season than in any other season have there been away goals coming from a counter, from people staying back and going on out for the fast break. So
wow,
historic low stat. Home teams not getting it done. Fortresses are not fortresses anymore.
They don't want to play for the badge, bro.
They don't want to play for the badge, I guess.
I saw something. I think Van Dijk was saying that he wants Liverpool fans to make Anfield hell for the opposition, because I think they have more.
Liverpool's the only team that they have a fortress in Anfield.
Yeah, because they have more home games, I think, in the last stretch of the season.
Yeah, but them and Arsenal are tied now for the only losses at home.
Okay.
Because Forest beat them at home. Forest beat Liverpool at home, and then we just lost to West Ham. So we draw points at home. We don't lose at home.
Fair. I mean, not winning, tie and loss is still part of that 38.7%.
It's still part of the
win percentage. Now I kind of want to talk about La Liga, Spanish football, and where we're heading, and just a quick status. So yeah, we're heading into an all-time end of the season finish in La Liga. Barca and Madrid are tied in points, with Olympico just a point behind them. Game to look out for: Madrid Barca Clásico on May 11th, match day 35. So it's going to be 3 games left in the season after that match, and that's the game that could be a deciding factor.
Doesn't Barcelona play Atletico as well?
Yes, they play Atletico in 2 weeks. So another game to keep your eye out on.
Yeah, I think Atletico
has a
tough stretch of games coming up.
They do. So yeah, Barca plays Olympico in 2 weeks. But overall, I think it's just an exciting time in Spanish football. There's a good chance we see either Clásico or Madrid derby in the Copa del Rey final. Tomorrow, Atletico's playing Barca in the first leg of the semifinals.
Oh, there you go.
And then we have Madrid derby in Champions League. So, it's exciting right now for the top 3 teams in Spain. A lot of upcoming matches. Yeah, so that's kind of all I had for headlines. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about?
I did see Neymar's Olympico over the weekend. He was getting chirped as he was going.
He was getting heckled. I saw that video today. He was getting heckled by the fans
as he was going to the corner to take it. And I think he was like telling them to keep booing, and he hits an Olympico, sick goal. Turns around and does the iconic CR7 celebration with the sitting at the ad billboard, whatever. It was dope.
That, I mean, you can't. There's no better way to trust the fans than hit an Olympico in their fucking faces.
He looks good, man. He looks good. We'll take it.
It was the right move. He wants to make that. He wants to make that World Cup team.
We said it.
He wants to make that World Cup team, and he's killing it right now.
We said if he wants to go to the World Cup, go back to Brazil, eat some picanha, and ball out.
It's funny because, having Neymar be good at soccer is just always a lot more exciting.
Dude,
yeah, I mean, obviously, I wasn't the biggest fan of him when he was younger because obviously he played for Barcelona, but he's a baller, man.
Of course.
I'm a big fan right now. He's the last of a dying breed. There's no more Joga Bonito players out there. He's the last of a dying breed, and it's nice to see him still ball out.
It's being said on Twitter. I feel like a lot of people have been noting that, and a lot of people have been hurt. Because we'll talk about the MLS, but a lot of people are butthurt that MLS missed out on.
Let him go.
Yeah,
they didn't try hard enough to bring him in.
Yeah, they needed to make a big push to get Neymar, and I just don't think he was worth the investment, just given his injuries, his off the field
antics,
to say the least.
He's gonna pull another robbery like he did in the Saudi leagues.
Probably.
It was a risky investment, but if he were to come and perform MLS would be booming right now.
It would have been booming. Away stadiums would have been insane with Neymar
Yeah.
coming into town, just like Messi.
A little rivalry with whatever Messi's team versus Neymar's team in MLS was do numbers.
That would be nice, yeah.
Yeah, it would
I
have
Missed
been
agree.
out. They really did miss out on
I
Neymar.
agree.
And they missed out on James, but whatever. And then the last headline that I saw that was a big headline today circling the world was that Man United is cutting budget. They are choosing to not give their employees free food anymore, I guess.
Wow.
And now the players, let's see if this is true. I fully verify this. Allegedly, gotta say allegedly.
yeah, let's hit the allegedly in there.
Allegedly, players are only allowed to eat tomato soup.
Grilled cheese?
Hey, what's happening at United, man?
Which is wild
Now
to say.
we gotta find your research, and we'll come back next week and see
What
if it
is
was true,
going
'cause
on at
that is-
United
that is-
that the
man.
budget is being cut that bad over there?
And they're going to fire staff, too.
Jesus. I ate better
Miss-
as an academy player for Red Bull than Man United. What's going
Man,
on?
It's pretty bad. I don't
that's
know.
incredible.
I mean, a lot of United fans want, like, the ownership to just...
Yeah, what is it gonna save? $1 million?
Yeah, I
Like,
think it said $1 million.
who are you gonna buy with that money?
Yeah, someone said...
Nobody.
I saw like a tweet.
Fix the leaking roof, maybe.
I saw a
The
tweet.
minimum.
The tweet was like, yeah, you're cutting these things off and you're not feeding staff members and you're paying Casemiro $375K.
It makes no sense. I honestly don't get it. I don't know
Casemiro.
how.
Listen,
how
you
these
can,
people-
you can
how
love
these people get
Casemiro.
jobs.
You
I
can
love
love
him, but
you can love Casemiro for what he's done.
highway robbery.
Careful, his wife might be tweeting at you. in
These
like a week.
these Brazilians finesse and they're scamming.
I mean,
Jesus.
if you're just thinking about it, he was leaving Madrid, and you already knew it was the end of his career. He just wanted a big payday, literally. He
And
just
he
wanted
got-
a big payday, and he got it. You were never gonna get prime Casemiro at the time you got it.
How much they paid for him?
I think it was like over like 55 million.
Indeed,
more than-
it was a high price because I remember when they bought him, I said that is a waste of money for an old Casemiro to play
60
in the
million, 60 million plus 10 million euros in add-ons. So yeah,
So-
70 million total.
yes for an old Casemiro to come play in the Prem to get you out of a sticky situation.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
Fiorentino Perez was dying laughing. It's that meme, right? It's
had-
the what is it? The Scarface meme when the guys are on the phone laughing.
I had United fans.
Wolf of Wall Street.
No.
The-
That one and the Scarface one.
when he's counting.
Yes.
I had United fans saying, "Yeah, the championship mentality. It's gonna win us something." Like, fuck yourself. Now you're like, "Oh, get him out of here. He's on $375K a week."
Bad business.
I
Bad
love it.
business
I
decision
love it.
from United. Not good. Let's talk about the MLS is back, shall we? The MLS had its opening weekend this weekend with 1,000,001 games. It's very hard to
Jeez.
keep up with how many games there are in the MLS.
At the same time,
This is why they need a first division, a second division, right? There's just too many teams. We obviously saw the Red Bulls against FC Cincinnati. FC Cincinnati comes up on top 1-0. Chucky Lozano makes his debut for San Diego in a big win over the champions LA Galaxy.
That's a big win, though.
massive win.
Was a lot of San Diego fans too.
I like that, though.
Yeah, it
San
was
Diego has
cool.
just a good football community, especially being that close with Tijuana.
And they're trying to bring in De Bruyne too, even though De Bruyne,
San Diego's a beautiful place to live.
Oh yeah,
Better than LA.
100%, 100% agree
I
with
mean,
that.
that might be a rivalry game now, right? Just San Diego versus the two LA teams? A little
Yeah,
rivalry game
you
there?
also have earthquakes too.
San Jose.
I'm bugging. I thought you meant like actual earthquakes. I'm like, they have a common theme in earthquakes?
I was
That
going to
should call
say
me off
that's
guard. Yeah,
that's bad.
San Jose is far up north, though, I think.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they practically are in different states. Messi
SoCal rivalry, though.
Messi helps Inter Miami get a point. He assisted with both goals. We saw another Messi malcriado moment. We'll talk about that. There's some good goals all around, and the MLS is back, fellas.
Messi's back.
Yeah, I mean,
Messi's back.
Messi tweaking on the ref.
And MLS stands for Messi.
All right, let's take it easy. Messi tweaking on the ref. Borderline assault. Borderline, you could throw him in jail for the night.
He gripped it.
He tweaking. Borderline assault by Messi.
It was a small pitch.
Borderline assault. He
Come
could have
on.
spent the night in jail. Borderline assault for Messi. But you might be right. It might be Messi league. That's why he got away with it with nothing.
Of course. I saw some stuff on Twitter saying that the ref was horrid. So maybe he had the right to do it. But Messi still does his thing though.
Yeah, I mean, he makes it look very easy. Doesn't matter who's there. He's going to get his goals in. On a cold night in Kansas City, he's still
Oh my God, let's talk about that really fast.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Come on.
We didn't talk about that.
Come on.
On a cold night in Kansas City.
He can do it.
He did it.
I'm not gonna say much because if I say too much, I'm gonna be this kind of like Messi glazer, whatever people want to call it nowadays. So
Messi glazer? What is that?
It's okay to have that on the resume. You could be a Messi glazer.
I'm glazing.
There's nothing wrong with that. Exactly. The 2 yard glazers. There's nothing wrong with that.
Say your comment, Johnny. Let's glaze. Let's glaze a little bit.
It's a cold night.
He did do it on a cold night in Kansas City.
It's a cold night in Kansas City. He got it done.
Not cold. It was freezing.
It was like negative.
It was a negative 10
It
Fahrenheit.
was negative something. Might as well have been the Chiefs and the Dolphins.
Insane.
Yeah, and he did his thing.
Well, come on. Let's give him some praise, right? Not only did he do it, he scored a nasty goal.
It was insane.
Come on.
Touch out of the air.
Carlos.
The turn was fantastic.
He
scored with
nice.
What did he score with his weak foot?
With his right foot.
Chest.
It was a chest chop right foot.
It was nice. It was nice. It's a fantastic goal. It's got to be fantastic. Come on, man.
He did it. Like I said, he did it on the cold night in Kansas City.
And it was kind of like his. What did he say?
It feels like it was his welcome to America moment. A bit. A little bit.
It wasn't the Super Bowl commercial that he did?
Oh my God.
I mean, he's had a bunch.
Yeah, he's had a few.
He's had a few. His hamburger was his American moment. His Hard Rock hamburger.
The Milanesa?
Yeah. Breaded chicken sandwich. All right, cool, dude.
His pass over the weekend against NYCFC kind of reminded me of his pass against the Netherlands in the World Cup. How he kind of just drives at the defenders. You know where that pass is going. It wasn't as
good.
It wasn't as great of a through ball as that Netherlands pass. But how do you not block that pass? You know he's going full speed. There's only one runner, and he still slips it through. It was a great finish, by the way.
Yeah, someone wanted to tell me that he didn't mean that pass.
Come on.
Against Netherlands, by the way. That it was by mistake.
He didn't mean it to go under the guy's leg. He meant
obviously,
the pass,
but
he meant where to play it.
You threat it.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying maybe that's what the guy was saying, though.
My heart rate just went up.
Hey, I'm not trying to come at Messi, bro. I'm saying he didn't mean to mag him. It's maybe what the guy was trying to say.
Yeah.
Obviously, the direction. It wasn't a hard pass. He just slotted it in. The thing Messi does well, everyone knows what Messi's gonna do,
and he still doesn't
stop it.
It's
you
weird.
Can't stop it, which is why he's one of the greatest to ever do it.
That was a great ball. God damn it! And that finish was nice.
Oh, that cheeky
finish.
Yeah, it was a very good finish. That was his first game. And the kid debuted too. That was his first game.
I think he's Venezuelan, I believe.
Yeah, he played for Sampdoria.
Yeah.
Yep. So I was doing a little bit of digging on who this kid is because they had a lot of debuts.
And then we also did see a Chucky Lozano heartfelt moment. There was a fan. I think it was after the game. It was a little kid. Did you see that video? It was a little kid bawling his eyes out because he's seeing his hero. And Chucky Lozano, says what's up to him, gives him his jersey. That's what football's all about, is those moments. That kid's never going to forget that for the rest of his life.
He got a Chucky Lozano San Diego jersey. It's
his debut jersey.
Yeah, fire.
He might be a little upset that he was crying that much. Maybe in a few years, people are probably going to bully him in school.
He's probably getting bullied right now.
At home.
Kids are the worst.
His dad's looking at him like,
But that is why.
Mijo, no llores, chucha.
But that is why we love the game. Champions League, we haven't talked about the Wednesday fixtures that happened over the week. There was a lot of upsets, not just on Wednesday, but also Tuesday as well. I mean, the biggest one is the Serie A, just massive collapse,
Yeah.
right?
Over.
Stinking
AC
of the
Milan
place.
goes down,
better
Atalanta
for
goes
Prime, though.
down. Yeah. Who's the three teams? It was Atalanta,
AC Milan
Milan,
and Juventus.
and Juve.
I mean, to be honest, Milan got hoed by that referee.
Oh,
'Cause
Bad
what
dive.
they gave, it's a bad dive, but you don't give him a second yellow. And so Milan was dominating against Feyenoord. I think they were up 1-0.
when Dale gets the red.
Tail gets the red for a second yellow for a dive. I don't think you give a second yellow in that point in the game. Also, it's not like, yes, he dove, but it's not like he was faking an injury or anything. He kind of started pointing at the corner flag, thinking it was like he wasn't trying to sell. Like he knew it might have been a bad dive, whatever. He was trying to keep playing.
Milan
Milan
fans are calling for his head though.
Yeah, because I think he did that so he can avoid the yellow. So he knew it was coming.
Yeah. He regretted it.
How often
It was
do
an
you
instant
see?
regret.
But you don't see it too often. You don't see dives for yellow cards too often. People dive every
especially
game.
for a second yellow. Especially for
Correct, but that was
exactly.
really, really bad.
That was the turning point of the game. Milan was dominating. They had the first
Dominating the game.
Santi Jimenez in the first minute, right? It was the first minute?
Yeah.
Yes.
First
Second
minute, Santi Jimenez scores, obviously against his former club. And it seemed like Milan was ready for a 2-3-4-0 game. And Feyenoord just kind of, stood their ground, and the red card happens. And then the game completely changed. Milan are on their heels, and eventually they got a really nice goal. It was a great cross, great finish.
Perfect.
And
they stunned the San Siro.
And I think I might just be a little more upset because that cost me my parlay. So if not, I don't think I'll give a fuck.
I'm upset because we lost out on seeing Jimenez or Pulisic heroics to bring them back.
But you were mad at the coach for taking out Pulisic and Jimenez and keeping the Portuguese players in.
I was furious.
So I do think Pulisic has been their best player.
He earned the right. He earned the right to stay on in those moments. Like you have to put in your trust on, or you have to put in your trust on the players that, one, have been performing, but two, the players that have earned it. Right? It's almost like a status. Like you can't just pull him out and keep the one guy that has been here for what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it was.
You kind of
AC Milan fans are calling for Joao Felix's head already after.
My
3
God,
weeks.
yeah. I saw a tweet. It was like he's as useless as
he's pretty.
He's as useless as handsome he is, or something like that.
But
I saw that.
He's as useless as pretty as he is. Whatever.
It was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think? I know you mentioned it when we were texting, but do you think because the coach is Portuguese, he kept the Portuguese players in? Do you think so?
I saw some other analysts say that it wasn't the case. It might be a little bit. There's some people saying that Pulisic's not ready for a full 90 minutes. I don't know whether that's true or not, but like I said, if he has pulled in the clutch in certain situations, right? He did that in the Super Cup game, right? He helped give that assist. He helped them win that cup. He's earned the right. I don't care if he's not fully fit to play the full 90. What did Joao do for the end of that game? He didn't do anything.
Yeah, and I think you need it, right? You needed it. Whether he can play the full 90, I think you just kind of make him play the full 90, and you trust him because it's do or die at that point, where you need the result no matter what, and he's been your most valuable player. And he's been clutch, and he's been doing the thing. And you
put Musa on the wing for a little bit. I didn't understand that at all. He was playing like almost like a wing back almost.
Yeah,
I didn't like it. And he pulls Santi out. You pay how many millions to bring Santi in? He scored the goal. You think Santi doesn't know the weaknesses of the defenders? Like, you're one double agent and you pull him out? Like,
yeah, I didn't think about that.
Like, what are you doing? I was very pissed off.
You were angry. I thought you were an AC Milan fan.
I was not. I wasn't happy, man. I wasn't happy.
You were not.
I just didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And
they paid the price. They lost.
They paid the price. None of his tactics worked, right? I think like he kept Joe out the 9 for a little bit, and then he puts Tammy in. Then he pulls Joao back to play a 10. Nothing. Nothing
There
was
were no
clicking.
chances, really.
No, I was furious.
Yeah, you were.
CONCACAF legend over there.
And we said it, right? We said that Milan they made these transfers over the winter so they can, compete and go and make a deeper run.
And
right? Like
the Champions League.
now they're sitting, I think, like in 7th place.
They lost this weekend too.
They lost over the weekend, so not looking too great. Some of these, additions, they need to click a little more. That's fine. That's fine and well, but you had it. You had the game right there, and you
Literally.
just blew it. You absolutely blew it.
Because then who did they play? Who's Feyenoord playing right now coming up? Do we know?
Inter
Milan.
Inter?
Which is why my comment on one of these posts on Instagram got like, I don't know, over 1,000 likes because I said it's crazy that Feyenoord is going back to San Siro. And that's all I said, really. And it just
blew up a little bit.
Me and Johnny's phone keeps buzzing every 2 seconds.
My phone's like, beep, beep, beep. I'm like, what? Who's liking the same comment over and over again? Like, what the fuck is this?
Also, we were spot on Brew's pulling the upset on.
Come on.
Going through. We're spot on that.
Nailed it.
Yeah, a big 3-1 win against Atalanta.
I think Milan's the only team that let us down.
Atalanta also missed a lot of chances.
Yeah. So I think we nailed our predictions. Besides Milan and Theo Hernandez kind of doing us dirty, because we called everything else. Even the Juventus were like, yeah, they have Colomwani, they have these guys. Maybe they can get
Randall,
yeah,
Randall.
But PSV looks good. PSV looks good. Guys like Perisic look good. So like,
Perisic is such a baller, man.
You guys didn't say
that guy really is.
Right. So and Juventus.
No hate towards Perisic.
This has been poor, They've been drawing a million games and they haven't been really performing. And now
it caught up to them, right?
Yeah. So
caught up to them in the end. So let's just go through the results really fast. We talked about it. PSV 3-1 over Juve. They beat them 4-3 on aggregate. Real Madrid beat Man City 6-3 on aggregate. Dortmund and Sporting tied 0-0. Dortmund goes through on 3-0 aggregate. And then PSG absolutely demolished Brest, Johnny's favorite team, Tetas. PSG demolished Tetas 10-0 on aggregate.
Goodbye, Tetas.
7 goals, huh? So
I didn't know it was 7 goals.
No, it was 9-0 aggregate.
10.
10?
Let's talk about that. What the hell? PSG.
On fire.
I can't even say they're a sleeper anymore. No,
they're in form right now.
No, I saw a post that had Dembele part of the Ballon d'Or talk.
I did see that as well.
Because of his goals. He has like 26 goals now.
He's balling.
Oh,
obviously.
It's insane. Yeah, he's going to hit like 30 soon. And I'm telling you, that PSG Liverpool game is going to be guns blazing.
Yes.
What a game.
Oh, I think it'll be goals. I think it'll be goals. Yeah.
Let's go through the draw, shall we? Club Brugge against Aston Villa. Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. PSV Arsenal. Dortmund against Lille. Feyenoord versus Inter Milan. Bayern versus Bayer Leverkusen. Benfica against massive. Benfica versus Barcelona. Do you guys remember the Benfica Barcelona thriller in Portugal? That was
the robbery.
That was a nutty game. And then PSG Liverpool.
Yeah.
There are some good games. I mean, the game I'm most excited for, obviously, is the Madrid derby. Honestly, a lot of these games are good. PSG Arsenal is a good game.
Fantastic games.
Bayern, and then against Leverkusen, and then PSG Liverpool. Those are the games to watch. But all the best teams are on that left side of the bracket.
Which one is that? Is that the Arsenal side?
That's the Arsenal, Madrid, Liverpool,
PSG on that side. Bruges. All the English teams got one side.
Johnny, I hate to say it, but one of my upset alerts is PSV Arsenal.
It's okay.
Think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess without the striker.
It could happen.
No striker.
It could happen.
They sit in the low block. Where do they play first?
PSV won't sit in a low block.
Okay,
PSV, no, they won't.
They can't sit in a low block because you can't tie games. They're knockouts.
They play at home.
Right. But I'm saying if they get a 1-0 result at home, second game
at the Emirates.
Second game is low block, though.
Second game, you low block and counter.
They won't low block. They don't even have. I think they. Okay, well they have.
They have low block a team with no striker, bro. West Ham just did it.
Yep.
West Ham
That's my upset alert.
But I don't think they will, though. I think that's out of their DNA, their identity. I don't think they have
The Dutch don't do that.
I don't think they have they don't have the personnel for it. I don't think they do. I don't think they have like a Wan-Bissaka, a Jared Bowen, or like those kind of players that are just gonna do dirty work for 90 minutes.
Jared Bowen is one of these crazy underrated players.
Jared Bowen is a proper
So good.
Sunday league kind of type of player that hits a cigarette before the game, maybe a Corona.
A nice beer.
And he can play.
He's a baller.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's a baller.
Very good, yeah.
He's a baller.
So I don't think, I can see people say that can be an upset because I think, people say
the form right now.
Yeah, people say Arsenal and they say they're bottle jobs. So it's fine.
It hurts you guys that you're playing home second. Personally, I think.
We play.
Usually it's the opposite, but I think
it's supposed to help you. Correct.
Yeah.
But our UCL form has been great.
Been solid.
So it's been defensively, we've been fantastic. Offensively, we've been firing, but like you said, we've lost guys. Maybe hopefully we get Martinelli back to give us a little bit of a push, and then Saka comes back end of March.
So you won't be in for this round.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. What do you guys think is the best matchup besides PSG Liverpool?
Besides PSG Liverpool, I think the Bayern Munich Bayern Leverkusen.
I like that one.
Bayern and the Leverkusen, and then obviously the Madrid derby.
Oh yeah, very true.
Atletico, I think I was talking about it at Mulligan's, but obviously Atletico gives Madrid problems in the league, but Champions League.
We were having this debate.
Maybe we were having it. Madrid or Real Madrid, they always get Atletico in the Champions League, so I don't see them struggling too much.
It's because it's 180 minutes, right? It's like it's not just one game.
Yeah,
right?
I think Madrid pulls it out. I don't think that they're gonna even stress that much. I don't think it's gonna be a sweat stress game for Madrid.
Mbappe's in form.
I don't know about that. I don't know if it's not gonna be a stressful game.
I'm not saying it's gonna be a 4-0 game, but I think they're gonna win the first game. In the second game, they're gonna take the lead at some point, and then
I don't think it's gonna be easy.
First game's at the Bernabeu, so
yeah. First game's at home for you guys. The second game's at the Metropolitano. So
Madrid hasn't lost. Madrid hasn't lost to Olympico yet. I don't see it coming now.
You're making it seem like, okay, you're gonna have, obviously you're saying they're gonna reach the next round, but you're saying it with like comfortable, not easy, but comfortable.
Haven't seen Olympico beat Madrid yet.
Watch Julian, baby. Watch Julian.
I hate the king of Haram ball, dude. These guys. So
Julian and Simeone, baby Simeone. He's dangerous.
Yeah, man. I think they have better firepower up top now when they break out of like a counterattack and trying to get into the attacking third. So
can they contain Mbappe though?
Can they contain the power of friendship? It's the question.
I don't know.
The power of friendship is friendshipping right now.
Yeah, we'll see.
I also do believe Madrid will go through.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be sweat free though.
Correct. I agree. I think Madrid with Mbappe firing on all cylinders, they go through. Sweat free? No, not at all. I think you're gonna sweat a little bit. You're gonna like shove the remote up your butt, and, like get a little one of those, and be like clenching. So I think it'll be nice. I think it'll be a little raunchy matchup. But that Bayer Leverkusen, I think.
I'm excited for Bayern and Leverkusen.
I think that one. I'm gonna go with Bayer Leverkusen.
Is that an upset for you?
Because I don't think they win.
Upset though.
Because it's not an upset, but Bayern are going to win the league by the looks of it. They're ahead by a good amount of points, so I think Bayer Leverkusen just throw all your chips.
Yeah,
all your chips, and you're just ready to play against Bayern right now.
And they should have beat them.
Celtic. Bayern barely got by Celtic.
Leverkusen should have beat them in the last game that they just played them.
But yeah,
in the Bundesliga, they missed like a couple of chances. I'm with you guys. I think those two center backs are suspect for Munich. All right. Well, always good, fellas. Always a good time to talk to you guys. We will talk soon. Have a good week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talk to you guys.
Take care.
See ya.